Snow really is so beautiful. Like, no one enjoys shoveling it or driving on it, but it really is so fucking pretty. I'm lucky enough that I live somewhere where it occasionally snows in the winter. The OST of this game is so beautiful as well. Like, seriously, I think it's one of my favorite original soundtracks for a game, other than like Night in the Woods. Like, some of the original tracks in this game generally make me cry. Also, I think it was the Game Mrs. playthrough of Tell Me Why where they mentioned this game begins with a sibling reunion after one of them basically being in jail for a certain amount of years, and wow. Depending on how you play Life is Strange 2, the game can end with siblings being separated and one of them being put in jail. Juvie, actually. Which is an oof.
Exactly like I remember it. Only faded.
Like a Polaroid left on a windowsill.
From the outside, it almost looks charming.
Charm's not the problem. Structural integrity may be an issue.
You think there's a chance whoever buys it will just tear it down?
If someone buys it, they can do whatever they want with it.
You wouldn't care at all?
Would you?
Sure. Everywhere I look, I see a piece of one of our adventures.
Everywhere I look, I just see her.
Alyson, we could go grab a bite. Start this tomorrow?
No. The only way to get this done is to do it.
It's on the roof.
After you.
Alright.
Locked.
Well, it's a good thing I remembered this.
Why didn't you go first then?
You sure that's the right key?
Yes. Maybe someone changed the lock.
Who would change the lock on us?
I don't know. We're screwed.
You got a plan B?
Yeah. We find another way in. I never knew a locked door that could keep the crafty goblins out.
Yeah, we had a million ways in and out of this old house. At least one of them's gotta work. I could break a window.
You know civilized people don't do that, right?
Oh, so we're civilized now?
Well, maybe not.
But we are trying to sell this place, and broken windows aren't exactly amenities.
Yeah, fair enough.
The crafty goblins. I haven't thought about them in forever. Or should I say, us.
We almost spent more time as goblins than we did as kids.
Oh, do you remember all the other characters? The Moon Hag, the Ice King, the Old Bear?
Most of them, I think. But the details are fuzzy. Hey, do you know what happened to the book with all the stories?
No idea.
I can't believe these are still here.
Yeah, we should hide them so they don't frighten away potential buyers.
Remember how mad she'd get if we didn't use the compost?
And she always knew when we were lying.
Waste not, or kiss the planet goodbye. What'd you find?
Our hidden treasure?
Seriously? It How do we think to stash it there?
Goblin secrets are always well kept.
So much of this game is like nostalgia wrapped up in trauma, and it's so interesting and so well done. Like, I have feelings. It just really gets to me. And the way all of it's wrapped up in like stories.
At least the shed's still standing.
Yep. I don't want to think about what might be living inside it, though.
Well, better alive than dead.
Ugh, yes. Let's deal with that later. Plenty else to do first.
Well, we can actually go down here.
You really want to go out there?
No, you're right.
There. Okay, from what I remember, you have to go through here.
You need a hand with that?
No, it should be fine.
Okay.
If we just get this board out of the way, I could probably squeeze through.
So we need something to pry it off.
It's screwed in pretty good. We need a screwdriver.
Alright. Let's go looking for a screwdriver then. I think the shed's locked, right?
Hey, it's locked, all right.
They actually have a lot of accurate bird sounds in this game. It really adds to the world building. Like they have raven sounds, which are common in Alaska, instead of just using crow sounds. Yeah. This game is fucking good. What can I say?
How did she get around on these roads with this thing?
She'd rather have broken her neck than spend money on a new one.
Yeah, still waiting for those bikes she promised us.
Uncle Eddie got me one, but I hardly ever used it.
But enough about birds. This is Tell Me Why, not Tell Me What Bird that is. No, I appreciate the information, Steve. It's cool. It really does add to the immersion.
Okay. Should be something in here that'll work. She did not like us using her tools.
She was probably just afraid we'd hurt ourselves.
Or she thought we'd go on a rampage and tear up her precious plants.
And we would have, so... Homemade cleaning products may be better for the planet, but they do not have the same shelf life.
Ugh. Add it to the shopping list. She did not like
Oh,
us
shit.
using her
Did not
tools.
do
Hey,
that.
I see a screwdriver.
Now all we need to do is get inside.
Wait, I'm feeling something strange.
Here we go.
And don't leave this room until everything looks as clean as a whistle. Ugh. This is the millionth time I've gotten in trouble because of you. You and your big mouth. Hey, you were thinking the same thing. You just weren't brave enough to tell her. What good would it do? It's not like she ever listens to us anyway. Well, I'd rather scream it right in her stupid face than be a quiet little mouse. Oh, we forgot the key. We need to put it back. Maybe we could hide it somewhere. You know, for fun. Goblins are supposed to help the princess, not play mean tricks. Whatever, you're not fun. I'm only trying not to make her even worse.
Whoa, did that just happen?
I don't know, but I saw it too.
It felt like it did when we used to share thoughts with our voice.
It did, but that was a memory of us 10 years ago, right? I vaguely remember it happening.
I think so. And, that's new, right?
Yeah. We could share thoughts and feelings, but we never replayed memories like that.
Why would it happen? And why that memory?
I don't know. It's pretty eerie.
It's weird, but our voice was always a good thing. This could be too.
I'm feeling something again. Near the barn.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we're already seeing, like, gender happening. How, like, Alyson was always the one who, like, wasn't, like, quote-unquote brave enough to stand up to her mother and, like, be honest with her. Because she was the quote-unquote quiet little mouse. And Tyler was always the one getting in trouble.
Hurry! Let's go see the silent frog. Coming. I'm coming. What? Stop sulking. I told you already. I'm sorry. No, you're not. Okay. Guess you don't want to see what I put in the treasure room then. What? No, I want to see.
I guess we know where to search now.
We just have to remember which one is the silent frog.
Do any of them actually look different?
Which one of you is hiding the key?
I think maybe it looks like that one's covering its mouth. But yeah, what's interesting about Tyler always being, like, you know, the troublemaker and the one that was, like, you know, brutally honest and, like, causing problems, quote unquote. Like, there's the stuff that I mentioned earlier, and also, like, what's interesting is, like, I mean, this isn't, like, a clear-cut, like, one-to-one thing, but, like, when you think about, like, gendered socialization, like, often, I think in, like, my experience especially, like, how you are perceived, like, influences how you were raised, and then you internalize that shit, but I guess a lot of it isn't just how you're perceived, but also how you know and understand yourself, and what you internalize very, like, heavily, it contends heavily on, like what you understand your gender to be, and then what you believe and internalize about yourself, if that makes sense. And, like, for me personally, like, I didn't really have an understanding of myself as, like, not a girl for a really long time, and, like, it's still complicated. Like, I still don't even necessarily consider myself entirely not a girl. It's messy, but, like, because, yeah, like, my experiences aren't really, like, comparable to, like, that of a trans man. Yeah, it does kind of throw a wrench into the whole, like, gendered socialization thing that we normally talk about, but I think what it can reveal is, like, a lot of it is, like I said, not just, like, how you perceive, but also, like, what you understand and know and believe about yourself, which is interesting. Because, like, like I said, like, it's only really, like, the past, like, last few years that I really started to, like, question my gender. That wasn't really something I ever did as a kid. Are whistles really clean? I mean, you blow into them. Wouldn't they be filled with germs? Yeah, I don't know. That saying doesn't really make a lot of sense. I don't know where it comes from.
Damn, where's the key?
Seriously?
Kidding.
Oh, come on.
Okay, sorry.
So I was right.
Nice job keeping a secret, buddy.
Yeah, because it's interesting, because on the one hand, you have, like, I wonder if I should get into this more later as the game progresses, because I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but you have, like, Tyler being presented as, like, kind of, like, a troublemaker, and then, like, that is very much aligned with, like, boyhood and manhood, especially, like, when you're a kid. But then there's also, like, him being trans, and, like, the political, like, what am I saying? Like, the stuff that people lump onto that, and then the way people, like, police and judge you more harshly as, like, a marginalized person. So it kind of like, I don't know, waxes and wanes, I guess. But this is all just like kind of based on my perception.
Hey, what are you waiting for?
Sorry.
I got the key.
I know, but there's just so much to explore.
Talking to the stream, Alyson. Right, we gotta get in the shed. I completely forgot what I was doing.
Got it.
All this for a screwdriver?
You got a better idea how to get in?
I thought I saw some shimmering over here. Was that just the snow? I guess it was just a reflection of the snow. Weird. Very nice.
You sure you want to go in there?
This was our very first den, remember?
Who knows what lives down there now? Everything okay down there? Tyler? Oh, that's not funny!
Then why am I laughing?
Okay, fine. But you're still an idiot.
Alright.
I love him, Your
Going
Honor.
in for
What
the
can I
other
say?
Okay. See you at the front door in a few minutes.
Okay, I guess we're going under here.
Ouch!
Are you okay?
God damn it.
What happened?
I just hit my head like an idiot. Wait. What? Where are you?
Ty, I'm outside. But I can hear you in my head. Our voice. It's back.
Holy shit.
It's such a twin trope in media to have, like,
Don't suppose you remember how
them
to get to
have
the hatch.
psychic powers.
I think so. We'll figure it out together.
Or the ability to, like, read each other's minds. But, what can I say? I love it.
Straight ahead.
Need to go left, I think. Then left again after the goblins.
We are the crafty goblins. Yes, we are. Hang on, I just want to walk around a bit.
Wow. Can't say I ever expected to see you again. It's been a long time, buddy.
Yeah, and like, there's supposed to be a tag there, but it's been ripped off because you can find Alyson's in their room later on, and it still has like her name written on the tag. So I assume that it probably had Tyler's dead name written on the tag before, and then he ripped it off. That's why there's nothing there now.
Nope, it was on the right.
My bad.
Past the treasure.
Straight ahead.
You know, I almost convinced myself our voice was just another childhood fantasy.
Me too. But we really are.
You were right, sis.
Of course. A goblin never forgets where she stashed her treasure.
Not even should 1,000 years pass. Marianne grilled us about all these missing dishes, but a goblin never gives up their treasure. Pink. It always had to be pink. Mad Hunter. Why am I still afraid to say his name?
He was Marianne's creation. She made all the creepy characters.
That's certainly a statement. We're definitely going to be getting more into that later. Hang on, I think I'm lost. Can I crouch again here? No? I don't know. No, we're going back the way we came. In typical Fae fashion, we have gone lost again. See, it seems like we're supposed to go this way. Oh, what's that? Hang on. Hang on. Let me grab. You gotta be kidding me. There we go. Sometimes you have to like turn away from things to angle it right to interact with it, and that's really frustrating, but whatever.
Coming!
you okay?
Olive, good to hear your voice again.
Yeah, same here.
So, coming in or what?
Just working up to it.
Yeah, and she's a lot more affected by like the memories of their mother and this old house. Because
Well,
I think it's kind of
we're
implied because she hasn't fully like let herself process or deal with any of it yet, whereas Tyler has had time to, because he's had access to counseling and
How do we
juvie.
get started?
We figure out what to keep, what to trash, and see what else this house might be trying to show us.
How long has it been?
Doesn't seem real. Of course. No lights, no power.
Alright, let's see. Broken shelf, broken jar, and the washing machine. Broken. The dryer never worked to begin with.
Marianne thought dryers were straight up evil. Energy hogs.
I hated hanging drippy laundry. I refused to change for a few weeks once, so I wouldn't have to do it.
Machine repair, Sam K, crossed out, Robert, Texas for winter, Brooks, too expensive, Tessa, question mark. Yeah, they did not have a lot of money growing up.
We should take down the creepy masks if we don't want to scare the buyers away.
Oh, so now you don't want to scare someone with those masks.
Are these authentic Glinkit?
I doubt it.
I'm surprised Marianne would buy fakes.
20 years ago, everyone was buying fakes.
That doesn't excuse it, Alyson.
Huh. This bathroom still smells like Marianne.
A good scrub and we'll be rid of that too.
She is not having it.
I tried to bury this dress in the backyard, but Marianne caught me.
It was a pretty dress.
Yeah, well, we both know pretty was never my thing.
Hey, boys can be pretty, but I get it. You know, dysphoria, not your vibe. We live in a society that, like, associates certain things with certain, like, traditional gender roles and strict outlined... what am I saying? Like, a strict outlined, gender binary to the point where, like, any association with certain things, even though they don't have to be associated with a certain gender, can feel so like dysphoric and uncomfortable. Like, it's why I don't like having my hair long, for one.
What would little Tyler think if he walked in here right now and saw me?
My heart.
What are we gonna do with all her jewelry?
Well, I'm certainly not gonna wear it.
Donation pile it is, then. Wow. I forgot all about her weird concoctions.
And how she was always testing them on us. Like we were lab rats.
We were so competitive about who measured taller. Like we actually had anything to do with it.
And after all that, it ended in a tie.
Yeah, none of that crazy stretching I did made any difference. Best mom. You think we ever really believed that, or were we just trying to make her happy?
Either way, it wasn't true.
String, glue, duct tape. The holy trinity of house repair.
Marianne loved having something to fix.
I wish she fixed herself. Jesus. I kind of want to say that, though.
Yeah, well, she could have tried a little harder to fix her own head.
Can you picture Marianne talking to a shrink?
No. And speaking of...
Therapy's expensive, and I'm fine.
The first thing is true. The second thing is not true, Alyson. Also, the idea of, like, fixing yourself, like, needing to fix yourself, like you're a broken piece of furniture or whatever, is problematic. Like, human beings aren't things.
What was she hoping to do with all these jars?
She used to barter for our clothes with homemade jam.
She tried everything to make ends meet.
Well, not everything. After all the...
Guess we never had
sorry.
time to complete the collection.
These came out of one of the prize machines at the Vecchi's store, right?
Yeah, you'd slide the quarters inside on the little tray, and then magic, out pops a sticker.
I didn't mean to cut her off.
How you feeling about being back?
I thought I knew what to expect, but everything keeps catching me by surprise. My nerves are completely raw.
I get it.
How about you? You okay?
I'm honestly not sure how I feel yet. I'm just trying to think of it as an empty house.
Yeah. An empty house full of actual ghosts.
Hopefully they're friendly ghosts.
Yeah, it's debatable.
$2005.
Of course.
Hey, she drew some little hearts here. Oh,
What?
March 7th.
Oh.
Hey, that reminds me. I owe you like 10 birthday gifts.
I think we can let that slide.
I mean it.
Hey, you being back is the only gift I need.
Sarah 4 p.m. canceled. Rosa 3 p.m. Mrs. Doyle canceled. Helen 5
After all
p.m.
this time, I
crossed off.
thought I'd feel more prepared to deal with this mess.
The last few months are almost all blank. Only a few appointments. Most of them canceled.
What kind of appointments?
Hairdressing, I think.
Oh yeah, she did that for a while.
We love you, Mom. Me too, but don't write here. So that's January, February.
The last
Shit.
few months are almost all
Yeah.
blank. Only a few appointments. Most of them canceled.
What kind of
March.
appointments?
Hairdressing, I think.
Oh yeah, she did that for a while.
And you can't flip any further. So, did she die in March? Same month as their birthday. That's a lot. Oh, hey, we got memories. Hang on. How do we... There we go.
Mom? About me joining the hockey team? Mom!
Sorry, what? Not now. Maybe next year.
But you promised!
Keep whining, and my next year will become never.
Can you cut my hair?
Your hair is fine.
But I want to cut it short. Really short.
What? Look, I'm tired, and I'm busy. Let's talk about this later.
You always say that.
Marianne said no to everything. Made me so pissed.
She was always on edge those last few months.
Yeah, and completely deaf to everything I was telling her I needed.
She pretty much always said no to me too.
True, but it felt personal with me.
She was trying to save the planet way before Al Gore made it cool.
Has Al Gore ever made anything cool?
Nah.
I guess she was right about one thing. But you can't really blame anyone for not listening to crazy Marianne Ronan.
Crazy Marianne Ronan, yeah.
I didn't realize how much I missed the smell of firewood.
I miss the cold winter nights curled up here. Like big mugs of hot cocoa.
Yeah. Marianne was so tired she was usually asleep on the couch.
Ah, that's why it was so nice. Oh, Marianne.
We'd use our voice so we didn't wake her up.
And then we'd be up all night telling stories and watching the fire die. And Marianne was none the wiser.
She took so many pictures.
Yeah. Like she had to document every second of our lives.
You can keep some of them, if you want.
No thanks. I mean, I like the photos of us, but I don't think I can forget that she was the one aiming the camera.
Wow. I'm so embarrassed for us. Mini Da Vinci's we were not.
I mean, you were
Saved
kids.
every drawing we ever did.
There's a couple of these I might keep.
Okay.
I don't remember these.
It's probably one of Marianne's unfinished masterpieces.
There's 2 of them. Maybe they were us. In some weird way that only made sense to Marianne.
Yeah, a lot of this furniture looks like secondhand and repainted. Kind of like musty and worn out. Hey Mom, we are sorry the vase got broke. We didn't know how much you love it so much. We didn't know you love it so much. We need to be careful and not act up in the window room. Next time we will try and use good judgment. The way that's written, it's like judgment.
I'm sure it's still there. I should check our bedroom upstairs.
Please forgive us for doing bad things. I'm sorry too, we should be more careful. I'm very sad we made you cry so much. We should play outside instead. I will tell Ollie not to be so wild all the time. We aren't going to do it anymore. We are sorry. Yeah. Alyson used to call him Ollie before
are you
he
reading?
decided on Tyler.
A letter we wrote her. To apologize for breaking that stupid vase, remember?
Bore your kids into good behavior. Great parenting strategy.
I mean, teaching your kids they should apologize for doing things wrong is not necessarily bad parenting.
She pinched every penny. Old textbooks. Tessa gave them to us, right?
Yeah, she thought we were gifted.
More in a way.
We were. Just not like she thought. You think she knew we were sharing answers?
We shared for fun. We both knew them all anyway.
Alright, let's go upstairs.
Marianne's room.
Let's not go in there until we absolutely have to.
Agreed.
Where are the stairs? There we go.
Where'd you come from?
What is this? A Tale of Two Swords. Hang on.
Yo, what are you doing down there?
What do you think I'm doing? Trying to figure out if anything in Marianne's mess is worth keeping.
Any progress?
Not really. What about you? What are you doing up there?
Plotting world
You know,
domination.
just plotting world domination.
The trans agenda.
It's a big responsibility. Not sure if you can hack it, Ronan.
Oh, ye of little faith.
I guess it is about time to check our bedroom. I'll be up in a second.
Alright, I think I'm gonna take a break.